Hello and welcome to episode 10. If you don't already know, we publish tons of news onto our website on a daily basis. And just to give you a taste of just how international all of it is and what's up. A new gazillion-dollar Italian mega yacht from CRN. Updates on Porsche's attempt at Pikes Peak in the United States. A new Bugatti hypercar from France touring Europe. The history of Honda's dual-clutch transmission technology from Japan. A visit to the Turismo factory museum also in Japan. A detailed report from the recently concluded Bangkok Grand Motor Sale in Thailand. All that and a whole lot more at www.nitro.com. Right, time now for your weekly dosage of Nitro awesomeness. This week, we take a look at two luxury super sedans designed and built for a discerning clientele that expects ultra comfort with exceptional performance, regardless if they were chauffeured or if they were driving it themselves. And first on the list, the newly facelifted range of Porsche Panameras are now available for your driveway. This mid-cycle update of the second generation sees newer technology, safety enhancements, and performance incorporated into the entire range. There are of course a few variants for you to choose from, such as the Turbo S, which produces 630 horsepower with 820 Nm of torque from its reworked bi-turbo 4-liter V8 engine. Activate the Sports Plus mode and the Turbo S will accelerate from 0 to 100 in 3.1 seconds. The new Turbo S has already proven its capabilities by clocking a new official record on the legendary Nürburgring Nordschleife. For those of you who are slightly more environmentally conscious, then the e-hybrid model will be your preferred choice, by way of fine-tuning the marriage of a 100 kilowatt electric motor with the bi-turbo 2.9 liter V6 engine. This variant produces an impressive combined output of 560 horsepower with 750 Nm of torque. Top speed, 298 km per hour, while the Century Sprint is covered in 3.7 seconds. Aside from having the option for the PDK dual-clutch 8-speed transmission, there are also a whole list of newly upgraded components available, such as the next-generation steering wheel, the newly updated Porsche Communication Management, which allows you to give voice commands to your car, the newly revised adaptive air suspension system, with noticeable improvements in damping comfort without compromise on performance, and a whole lot more. Naturally, most of these are additional options which you will need to select when purchasing your car, increasing the costs. But, awesome as the Porsche Panamera range is, if you're already in the market for a powerful luxury super sedan, then there might be something else for you to consider. Remember how when we were kids, we learned things like A for apple, B for ball? Well, if I ever have kids of my own, they'll be learning A for Aston Martin and B for Bentley. Speaking of Bentleys, launched a year ago in celebration of Bentley's centennial anniversary, the Flying Spur offers a unique blend of limousine luxury with sports sedan performance, together with world-leading interior quality and design plus cutting-edge technology. What you see here in blue is the original variant unveiled in 2019. But to further emphasize the sporting credentials of one of the world's fastest production luxury super sedans and to give the car an even more exciting aesthetic to match its impressive performance, a new styling specification package has been announced. This new package includes subtle but distinctive add-on parts such as a front bumper splitter, side skirts with metallic Bentley badges, a rear diffuser, and a boot-lit spoiler. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. These little bits and pieces don't look like they'll do much to improve the performance, but we have to remind ourselves that it is the finer things in life that matter, and I mean it from both the literal and figurative sense. The attention to detail paid is truly worth noting. Bentley designers and engineers evaluate and refine every part with computational fluid dynamics software for aerodynamic performance, making sure overall drag is kept to a minimum. In addition, simulations are also made to understand the effects of cooling, noise, vibration, and even if the parts will affect electronic systems such as the parking sensors, radar, as well as any onboard communications. It's precisely due to this level of meticulousness that makes manufacturers such as Bentley the luxury premium brand it is. So there you have it, two of the latest and most luxurious super sedans available on the market today. Picking one of the two will not be an easy task, assuming money is not an issue. Personally, I love them both. But if I were to pick one, it will have to be the Bentley. What about you? Tell us in the comment section which you will prefer and why. Alrighty, moving along in this week's segment of Nitro Boost. In the riding world, when we talk about cruisers, then the immediate brands that pop to mind will usually be Harley-Davidsons or maybe Indian motorcycles. And if I were to mention BMW, then the image of an S1000RR super sports bike or a GS1250 Adventure might come to mind. However, it must never be forgotten that during the early days, before high-tech gizmos overtook the world, there was a trailblazing BMW that set the benchmark, and that was the R5. Only 2,652 units were ever built between 1936 to 1938, making this a highly desirable bike till this day. Thankfully, after years in development, BMW Motorrad have finally announced something contemporary and equally desirable. Meet the all-new R18. This masterfully designed bike brings back the many iconic and classic details loved by millions around the world. Like a work of art, the centerpiece of the R18 is its newly developed two-cylinder boxer engine with a displacement of 1800cc. And while the peak horsepower output of 91 may seem to be on the low side, the engine does produce over 150 Nm of torque, which is available throughout the rev range. Let's be honest though, this will probably not be something you take to a racing circuit for a track day, even though it's capable of crisp handling thanks to its low center of gravity. As you may have noticed in this video, there are tons of options available for customization and individualization, such as handlebars, saddles, foot pegs, head covers, and exhausts. You can build the R18 to suit your personal preferences down to the tiniest of details. Here at Nitro, we love game changers as much as the next person, but we also deeply value tradition, heritage, and history. This, ladies and gentlemen, will most definitely be one of those landmark milestones for a generation and more. So that's a wrap for this week's segment of Nitro Boost. Next up, the 5th edition of our Show Off with Nitro segment, where we showcase some of the trending photos posted up by you guys. Enjoy.
Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up, I'm with the gang, we taking shots off the rebound. Look at my posters, say now, I've been humble too long, yeah. Tell them all to stay calm, yeah. Tell them all to move on, yeah. Look at my posters, say now, they be lost in the sauce, yeah. Took a loss, that's your loss, yeah. Had to get my point across, yeah. Heard them lasers talking now and we don't pay that no mind. Didn't need to watch them know that I'll be here in no time. Put a candle on it, had to tell them they could blow mine. Lights, camera, action, it shows. I'm smoking that dope from Edmond. We the new meth in Redmond. We ain't real blood, but we brethren. Run up a check and it's pending. She talking my news, what send them? The fam, you a dead man. Jesus peace on my pendant. And we still independent. ISO, yeah, we trending. Watch what you say, don't offend them. They keeping it real, they commend them. People like get your wife pregnant, but I ain't trying to be dependent. I need money, never ending. I'm talking 100%. I need the only you rent it. Whoa, step in the spotty and watch how they panic. Yeah, we the duo, you know we dynamic. When we outside, we be stopping the traffic. Breaking their necks, them they upset. How them boys doing more when they got less? How they on this and how they on that? How they got this and yeah, how they got that? Too busy watching us, they need to stop that. Talking my shit, you know we gon' pop that. See it, I like it, yeah, I'm gon' cop that. When we on top, how you on top that? Nah, you ain't got nothing on us. I'm steady calling your bluff. Pass me the split, need me a puff. You don't want smoke, tell them that's tough. Yeah, yeah. Heard them lasers talking now and we don't pay that no mind. Didn't need to watch them know that I'll be here and no.
Thank you all once again for spending your time with me. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. Hong here, signing off.